Hey chaps, it's Deepak here again from GolfMackers. We're a private tutoring company based in London. If you need any of our services, feel free to get in touch. The website details are below. You can get in touch via Skype as well, or email. So if you're not in London or not even in the UK, still feel free to get in touch. Right, I was asked by a new client that came in some advice as to essay writing actually, and it made me think a little bit about some of the advice that I give. So I'm going to take you through some quick steps on how to get the most out of your essay writing. Okay, so I guess it sounds really obvious, but the first and foremost common mistake I think that's made by students is not answering the question. So look specifically at the terms of the question and try and understand what it's actually asking for. If it's asking you to make an analysis of a certain time period, to make an evaluation of a certain play, to analyze a certain formula, make sure you make that analysis, you do that examination, you do all of the things that the actual title of the question asks you. And if you can go consistently throughout the essay and look at paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, the intro, the conclusion, and see that they all refer back to the original question, then you're already on a good track. Now, as is with most things like this video, it's really key to have a great introduction, otherwise you'll lose the reader in the first 30 seconds, so to speak. Think about the kind of MTV movie generation type world that we're living in, and these are going to be some of the people that are going to be marking your work. Point being that you have to create something that's quite riveting and quite moving within the first paragraph, the introduction I generally say, or at least clarify some of the key points, areas, and kind of your thesis for the actual essay itself. So I consider that my second point. My third point, I guess, would be to have some clear steps of an argument. So the first step would be to make a kind of basic statement as to what you think your general argument might be. The second step is to explain your statement, go into some more depth, and although you might think perhaps some explanations are obvious, then just run through what your argument means in depth. And the third step is to look at the argument that you've made, or the proposition that's been made by the actual title of the essay, with some critical distance to analyze both sides. It reflects that you're a balanced thinker and that you're able to kind of evaluate both sides of an argument. The conclusion has to kind of be a synthesis of some of your ideas, but also it's really important to add something new to the actual conversation, a kind of nailing point home, for example, if the essay is one of persuasive writing, certainly. So, add a conclusive or kind of ending point to, well, the conclusion of the essay. I think that will kind of help you take it to the next level. The next point is, how much to write. Sorry, I had a mind freeze there for a moment. Sometimes I get asked, what is the appropriate length, or what should I write? Should I write more? Should I write less? And of course, everybody can take the kind of minimalist approach. As a general rule of thumb, I'd say that of course quality is better than quantity, but don't write too little. Generally speaking, essays where you write a little bit more help kind of get points across. And the final point is, make sure you answered the question. It's really, really important, and I hopefully these tips are helpful to you. See you guys.